All right. I don't know how I'm even gonna start off this video because I saw this article that was very interesting, and as a travel man myself, yeah, you get to travel. There's something that's very essential when you're traveling, and if you don't know what that is, it's your airline ticket. It's very important to look at it and get it because there's limited amount of seats, and with the limited amount of seats that's available, you want to get your ticket as fast as possible, no extra charge, all that stuff. And it turns out that there's one airline company that decided, why don't we let plus size people get an extra seat? Okay? And if you're wondering why that is, let's read this New York Post article together because maybe perhaps I'm just living in a different reality. And before we even actually start the article, let's give you some background on the person who was like debating this. So there's this TikToker who's a bit on the heavy side, and she posted this video where she was saying, "Oh yeah, airlines need to accommodate for plus size people." I think it actually was particularly at Southwest, and she was just saying, "Yeah, because we're fat, we should get accommodated." And to that, I say, "Hell no! There's a limited amount of space on the damn plane, and you want to take up an extra seat for free, but I have to pay for my seat." Listen, man, I understand, being fat is a struggle and all that, but there's no way I would ever want plus size people to get a free seat. Why should I be getting shafted because you got to take up two spots? But anyways, here's the original TikTok before we keep. So for the sake of equality, right? I'm just gonna try to be generous here.
You know that more than 1 billion people in the world are plus size? That's roughly 13% of the population. And yet, many airlines still don't have clear policies in place to accommodate plus size passengers. That's why I've started a petition calling on the FAA to require every airline to have a clear customer size policy in place for plus size passengers. No one should have to endure the discomfort, embarrassment, and discrimination that often comes with being a plus size passenger trying to navigate air travel. By signing this petition, you can help us demand that airlines take concrete steps to make air travel more inclusive and accommodating for all passengers. Whether you're plus size or not, everybody deserves to be treated with dignity and respect when they fly. Let's work together to make sure that the travel industry serves everyone, not just a select few. Sign and share this petition, and let's make a difference.
Okay, if you want everyone to be treated equally, right, shouldn't we have like the equal amount of opportunities? You know what I mean? So how in the hell is it equal for people to be, getting free seats because they are fat? Literally, the way that every single, airline, bus system, all that, they're literally designed to take on the average person. Like, you tally up all the weights and stuff and all the heights for the average person. And if you have a defect that you cannot control, like if you're too tall, then, it sucks, but you're not the average person. So to equal it all out, we have to make, a set of averages. And in this case, airline seats are definitely in that category. So why the fuck should somebody who is plus size get extra accommodations for that? Let them pay their two damn seats, because if everyone else has to pay, and on top of that too, you are literally taking away potential seats from someone else who needs to board the plane as well, who might need that, especially, I don't know, if it's a busy weekend and they want to come back to come back quick or something, or they have their trip all planned out, and then that extra seat gets taken. So, I really don't understand it. But let's go into this article because, maybe this article can help us, parse through and really understand what we're working with. So, plus size TikTokers are praising Southwest Airlines for its customer of size policy, which allows overweight passengers to request a complimentary seat and forces the flight staff to accommodate larger flyers, even if that means kicking others with tickets off the flight. If you're fat, you know the anxiety of flying, and this alleviates a lot. Caroline, a travel influencer who said she is a size 20, told her nearly 200,000 followers in a video posted at the end of October. I had a very comfortable flight, just feeling like I was allowed to take up the space I needed. Under the Texas-based airline policy, customers whose bodies encroach past the armrest are entitled to an extra seat at no additional cost. It says that passengers have the option of purchasing one seat and then discussing your seating needs with the customer service agent at the departure gate. If it's determined that a second or third seat is needed, you'll be accommodated with a complimentary additional seat, the policy says. Why does this policy exist? I swear to God, no. This is actually how you actively get rid of people to want to fly your airline, because you're basically giving privilege to everybody else. And also, you're incentivizing people to fatten themselves up, get overweight, and then, oh, what do you know? Now we could go and we start flying this particular airline. What? Who came up with that idea? I mean, I don't fly Southwest to begin with, but why the fuck would I want to board on a plane where there's a chance that my seat is taken because someone else is fat? And keep in mind, you paid for the ticket too to be there. You paid for it. So why would someone be allowed to take that spot that you paid for? Is the company just going to start accommodating everybody else who's, getting kicked off? Does that make sense? Oh, I just don't understand why. I mean, I know obesity is like a big old problem in America, but if you want to curb obesity, for instance, why would you incentivize people to take an airline that accommodates for their weight? Doesn't make sense. Like, what about the rest of us who are just, trying to get to where we gotta go? So this is what I don't like. When you have to deprive other people to give someone else an advantage, that's where I really draw the line. And that's what this is right here. So why would that even... Anyways. Sorry. Let's keep going. Southwest, though, suggests customers purchase the extra seats in advance and then contact the airline for a refund of the cost of the additional seating after traveling. Customers who encroach upon any part of the neighboring seats may proactively purchase the needed number of seats prior to travel to ensure the additional seats is available, the policy says. The purchase of additional seats serves as a notification of a special setting need and allows us to adequately plan for the number of occupied seats on board. It also helps us ensure we can accommodate all the customers on the flight for which they purchase a ticket, avoiding customers to relinquish their seats for unplanned accommodations. Oh my God, I can't. Oh man. Oh man. This hurts to watch. Like, this hurts to, well, not watch, but it hurts to read, because even after all that, you could still basically lose your seat. And a refund is nice when you actually get some shitty service and it's like, I should be accommodated, but why should you be accommodating somebody who is literally taking up a limited amount of space that you're paying for? Like, nobody gets on flights for free. So in my opinion, people should keep you gotta pay 2 seats if you're overweight, because you're inconveniencing other people. And if you've ever been like some small planes too, there is no room to move. Like, you cannot move. It's just all squished up and just, ugh. And then you have this person or whatever plus size person comes in and they take up more spots. Like, what? They're not really helping anybody by doing this. You're just encouraging people to stay the way they are. And of course, you're actually limiting less potential buyers or less potential people to fly your plane. And for an example here, actually, in this article, there's even an example of somebody who actually got stranded. So let's take a look here. And it says, but at least one person has voiced their opposition to the policy, sharing that she, her teenage daughter, and her friend were kicked off a flight in June. The mother said in her own TikTok video that she and the 2 teens were on their way home from Montego Bay, Jamaica, and had a layover in Baltimore, Maryland, before they could return home to Denver, Colorado. But during their layover, Southwest officials informed her that her flight was overbooked and they could not board the plane despite spending $620 on tickets. Please help me understand, why do I have to spend the night without any accommodations in Baltimore because an oversized person didn't purchase a second ticket? The exasperated mother said, claiming Oliver and the teenager's luggage was sent to their final destination in Denver. And this is what I was talking about, how it's an inconvenience for other people. Like, why would you want to inconvenience everyone else because you did not buy the extra seat? And like I said, their tickets were paid for as well, because you have to pay for it before you board the flight. And let me tell y'all, layovers are already so ass. I hate layovers. Any layover that's like over like 4 hours, I want to. I don't want to fly anymore. Ugh. And then you have this stuff. But honestly, guys, we should just I don't know. How about just keep the same policy of you got to pay for your extra seat because uh, plane tickets are always going to be limited. You got to book them as fast as possible, and there's only so much space. So why should people be getting free space for something that they do have control over? You know what I mean? So if anything, you paying the extra seat should give you motivation to be like, let me go and actually lose some weight or get a surgery or something so I don't inconvenience everybody else. And importantly, you're also at a healthier weight because, well, I don't have to outline for you that the side effects of obesity are not pretty. Ugh. Yeah, nah. I'm definitely not flying Southwest after this one. Whew. Not that I've flown it in the first place, but I don't understand this policy. I think this policy is stupid. I think this policy should probably get abolished, and I think this policy is probably not going to last too long, and they're probably going to have to revert it once the sales start going down. So, unless plus size people got all the money, maybe they can all start boarding Southwest. But when you limit the amount of space because, you know, they're fat and they get it for free, we're going to see some problems probably. God damn. Oh, I don't like these stupid policies. They're just so, they don't make any sense to me in my head, and it makes my head spin. Whew. But anyways, I'm done for now. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my socials down in the description below, and leave a dislike if you want to. It doesn't matter to me. You're probably gonna fly Southwest after you dislike it anyway. So, ciao for now.